I'm just drinking my tea here. Who are we kidding? It's not tea, it's coffee. Welcome back to my channel. Video number 2. We're starting to get a little posting schedule, get a little consistency, get more comfortable on sharing in YouTube and on sharing my business ventures on YouTube. I have been hesitant over the past kind of month and a half-ish because there's been a lot going on in my personal life. I moved to Toronto just for like a brief period. I might be going to New York later this month. Oh, so glamorous. My name is Sovereign, if you haven't already known that, and what I like to do is social media. I run a little mini digital marketing agency. It's a digital, kind of freelance team of 1 currently. I haven't outsourced, I haven't hired. I'm just really picky with getting to know that, and I'm also working another job still just to kind of make sure that I can build up that security and build up that team. And even once I have that team, I want to still follow my other passions, which are tech and kind of new tech items like that. So kind of product management, following a product lifestyle, and I'm trying to break into the tech industry as well while starting this little digital agency. So we do have a lot going on over here, and I hope that you can find something relevant within this community space. If so, please feel free to hit the subscribe button and join the channel. So my history with YouTube actually is I have had a YouTube channel before. I had a YouTube channel when I was in college, and it was just about me going around Toronto, trying things in Toronto, going to college in Toronto, and I was actually in college for film. So I was in college for film, and then I was in college for acting. But then I kind of transitioned more into the love of graphic design, and I do have a genuine love for graphic design, for content creation, and more so for behind the scenes. My career history, I'm gonna give you a brief, I know I did in my first video, but I'm gonna give you a brief kind of dive in to how I got to where I am now. Here's the story. I kind of did give it in the last one, but I'm gonna give it now, and then I'm gonna give you what you've come for in this video, which is 3 tips for getting started as a social media manager, especially if you are a new social media manager and you don't have experience yet. Here's how you create your reality and you create your experience. I'm a big believer in that. And if I can do it, I guarantee you can. Just chatting quickly, doing some housekeeping. When it comes to this channel and what I want out of this channel is I would like to establish my 3 content pillars as I do with my social media management clients here. So right now, I really am focusing on teaching young entrepreneurs and young digital marketers, social media managers, virtual assistants, everyone within the online marketing space and online service space. If you offer an online service or intend to do that or want to do that, you're in the right place because you're gonna grow with me, you're gonna be friends with me, and we are going to create something special, and we're gonna build a beautiful business for you. As well as if you are kind of looking to break into a job or tech. That's gonna be my second pillar, is how can you do that as someone, who may not have any industry connections, as someone who I guess just doesn't really know how to get started, because I never knew how to get started. So my purpose for this channel is to be able to help you get started, and you're gonna watch me get started or get more established. I guess that's what I'll say. I also kind of want to have a sub pillar in there for my entrepreneurial endeavors. So a little sub pillar for little businesses I'm starting. I have a really exciting announcement, but I'm gonna turn that into a whole other video, is about Turo. And I'm gonna learn how to sell on Turo because I have a fairly nice car that I wanna see if it'll rent out on Turo. And then I have a business idea. That's moving into the third topic as of what I'm going to be talking about and what you can expect coming from this personal channel and this business channel, is that I would ideally like to merge business with mental health and exist within that space, because the past year, girlfriend, non-binary for rent, I have not been paying attention to my mental health. I have been working super long days, thinking that I needed to be burnt out as an entrepreneur, thinking that I needed to deal with the struggle. And I think that a lot of people that I speak to also can relate to that. The struggle is not necessary. You don't need to be upset all the time, struggling with things when you're an entrepreneur. Like, sometimes things work, and setting boundaries, existing in the mental health space, and allowing yourself to feel that way, oh boy. It changes. It's a whirlwind of change, and I want everyone to experience that the way that I currently am. And honestly, I'm not a mental health professional. I'm nowhere near that. I am more on the side of burnt out currently. So I want to pose myself not as an authority figure, but as someone you can watch go through it, so you don't have to, and then you can learn from watching me do it, because that's how I pose myself on my TikTok. That's a plug for my TikTok, by the way, so follow my TikTok down below, because it's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of fun things happening over there, and I'm also kind of showing you the experience and the journey from someone who is not completely established, but someone who has connections and who is currently on the move, and life is picking up. 3 tips on how to get started as a social media manager with 0 experience. That's right, no degree, no certification, no knowledge, no nothing. I'm gonna be telling you how to start from square one as a social media manager with 0 experience. So if you wanna learn that, stick to the end of this video, and I will be dropping an extra special secret if you stay to the end. So make sure to do that, and comment below if you find this video useful at any point in time. So, tip number 1 for getting started as a social media manager with no experience is learn! You can teach yourself completely for free online how to be a social media manager. You can learn the algorithms for each specific social media platform, and then you can learn how you can apply them. So basically, you could go on LinkedIn, you could go on HubSpot, you can get a bunch of different certifications, and you can educate yourself however you need to through the internet, through online content creators, through online social media coaches, and you do not need to pay. I will say this again, you do not need to pay for someone's course, and you should not be paying for someone's course unless they have proven expertise or have worked in that field for a long time. Because honestly, I've seen a lot of scams out there, in particular on the TikTok sphere, in the TikTok space, because I've been existing in the TikTok space as a speaker and just like as a person consuming this content. And I think that there are a lot of BS courses that should not be on there, and people are selling them for an extreme price. You do not need to be paying $10,000 for a course, especially for a course from someone who does not actually work in that field. So please educate yourself. I am going to pose myself at this point. I've heard a couple different suggestions from social media managers / coaches on this exact topic, and here's where I stand. How do I put this? It's the topic of the debate experience versus not experienced and working for clients. Do you need a degree to work for clients? I don't think so. I will say no. I do not have a marketing degree. I do not have a business degree. I have a film degree. No client has asked me for proof of my degree. I don't think they're gonna ask you for proof of your degree, because that is not a thing. You provide a service. If you are good at providing that service, nobody should be asking for your background, and you do not need to tell them. So, first up, you do want to educate yourself. You want to get educated on industry news, social media management in particular. If you don't like checking social media and constantly getting updates on trends and things changing, this honestly probably isn't the job for you, because you constantly have to be aware of updates in the industry, and that is why you shouldn't buy a social media management course from someone who isn't currently a social media manager, because the industry is changing so rapidly and so fast that you do have to stay on top of trends. You want to ask a coach that. You want to ask an expert that, and you want to ask someone who's going to help you out in the right ways that question, so you can get to the bottom of this. You don't have to pay any money for your education, which is a huge difference from traditional college. Tip number 2 for getting started as a social media manager with 0 experience is create your own experience. You want to have proof of concept, proof of the style of work you do, proof of the graphics that you do, and you want to be able to show a potential client what it is you have to offer. I personally would recommend a portfolio. I have a marketing portfolio that I show for more professional marketing and consulting gigs. And then I also have just a social media management portfolio. So of the analytics, of the work that I've done, of the graphics I've created, and of the reels and TikToks that I've created, because those are super valuable. Short form video content is here to stay, girl, and it will be staying. I can guarantee you this one. Anyways, show clients that you can do it, and they will have less of a hesitation when it comes to hiring you, writing the check, and making you their regular SMM. Social Media Manager. This is self-discipline. You're watching me discipline myself right now. Also, nobody told you when you become an entrepreneur how much you have to like treat yourself like a baby, like literally discipline yourself. Tip number 3 for getting started as a social media manager with zero experience. Scout clients. That's right, the scary step. The step where you're gonna have to take what you've learned in step 1, which is getting the education, getting industry knowledge, and being caught up in this niche. I say niche, not niche. Step 2, building a portfolio, creating your own work, and now you're applying both of those steps into step 3, which is scouting clients. How do you do this, one might ask? LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, you can search local positions, preferably not local, preferably you want fully remote, so you can have the luxury of being location independent instead of location dependent. Location independent is basically just means that you can go to a different location and it's fine, and no boss is mad at you. But location dependent is if you're working for, a local grocery store, a local restaurant, and they need you there, they need you to catch content. I work for a local grocery store, but they allow me to move around because I don't come in there very often. I come in there like once every 3 or 4 months, so this travel plan specifically worked for me. Apart from that, that's not a part of the story. I do recommend remote positions. Scouting via LinkedIn, you can send personalized messages, you can send pitches. Please send personalized pitches and address the person by their name. People often who run businesses get a lot of pitches. I've heard this from business owners. I also have gotten this myself, even though I am a baby business owner. And, they don't want to go through your thing, especially if it seems not genuine. It's like, hello, robot. Like, yeah, sure. I'm going to spend my time chatting to you about this. And I am an automated pitch. I am literally a number on a list. Like, you don't care about me. Make it seem like you care about them and let them know what your offer is. Here's another controversial topic. I don't know how we all feel about this. Every single social media manager you chat to, odds are they have a different perspective on this. But here's mine. Opinion on charging less rates when you're starting out. I think in order to get experience, as long as you are not being exploited, you can charge lower rates. If you feel confident that you are providing value, the second you feel as though you are being taken advantage of, you gotta drop the hammer. This was a hard lesson I learned because I have problems dropping the hammer. Basically, you need to assert your value, assert your worth, and get out of there if you've got a toxic client. I have a lot of toxic client stories, and I really do want to share them with you because they are very funny, and I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I did. I want you to scout them on LinkedIn. You can also find them on Indeed, Upwork, and Fiverr, and there are also multiple different freelancing platforms based on whatever place you are located at in the world that you can find clients and they can find you and you can create a profile. Also, a lot of clients come to you through TikTok and Instagram. They see your content, they come to you, and they want you to be a part of the journey. They want you to really be a part of that, and I think that that is really good. So that's another one. That's another one to get the clients. Thank you so much for watching if you made it to the end. My secret little gem is this. You do not need any kind of professional degree to do this profession. All you need is tenacity. This is the word I tell myself all the time, tenacity. That is the word that's gonna keep you going. And that is the word that you gotta hold near and dear. Get it tattooed. Get it tattooed on your skin. Tenacity. Okay? Channel, I'm gonna be posting videos weekly. I'm gonna start by doing one a week because I think that that's a fair ask for me, and that's like fair within my timeline, and yeah, follow me for more.